Well, hi, everybody. Some of you may have been on the last webinar we just did, and we all have changed to get into the theme of Christmas. We're all very excited about this one. So we're going to wait just a minute or so to let everybody come in. People are still joining, but we are very, very excited to talk about the Christmas markets cruise that we have held. So let me just give it another second and then we will get started. I love this background I have. I might have to just keep this up all year round. So anyway, welcome. Thank you for joining. For those of you that were on our other webinar we had about an hour ago, this now is our new one that we are presenting for Christmas 2025 and hitting all of the Christmas markets and the fun festivities that come along with it. So once again, we are joined. We have Ellen, who is on the team. I'm Andrea North.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, Ellen. She's going to help us, and she's basically the brains behind this operation. So Ellen will go through any questions that you have. Please be sure to put that in the question and answer section below. And Ellen will run through the questions at the end of the presentation. And then we have Kathy from AmaWaterways joining us.
Hi,
Kathy.
everyone. Hi.
I love your Christmas hat, Kathy. I love
Christmas spirit. It's only 100 days away, you know.
I know. It's crazy. So, and then we have Laurie, who has joined us. She's got her scarf on. She's going to be burning up in about 15 minutes, but.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, Laurie.
Here's to Christmas. Christmas.
Love it. Love it. Oh, and Kathy's got hers. So all we need are some stockings in the fireplace, Laurie, and a Christmas tree, and you would be all set.
Ready to go.
So again, I'm Andrea. I'm president of Shoreline Destinations, and we have a great team of ladies. Most of us are in Maryland, but we have some in North Carolina, like Laurie. We have a few ladies down there. And we do a little bit of everything, whether it's Europe, Disney, Caribbean. There's really not much we don't do, but we really love doing these river cruises, and we love partnering with Ama. They are a great partner. We love their ships. We love what they offer. And so once again, we're excited. This will be a 2025 group cruise that we've held space on, and we'll run through pricing and the promotions that we have at the end of this. So I'm going to turn it over to Laurie, who luckily is going to be hosting this cruise in 2025. So she will be on the cruise with you all. And Laurie has done this before. So Laurie, I'm going to let you talk all about it real quick.
Okay, sure. Well, welcome everyone. I'm so glad you're on today to learn about the Christmas markets. It is absolutely one of my favorite river cruises. I just love Christmas. I love decorating and getting ready for the Christmas season. And so going there and experiencing the markets is just, I think it's just wonderful to be a part of. The thing I love the most is every market is completely different. So like in a city like Vienna, there's many markets you can go to and seeing different things, but you always get to collect these cute little souvenir mugs. Each market has their own. They come out with different ones every year. So you definitely want to pack some bubble wrap and some shipping tape when you go on this trip to bring home these cute mugs. The glühwein is also what's served in the mugs, and it's fun to just walk around and enjoy the sights and the food and everything at the market. So I'm looking forward to going on another one of these trips, and can't wait to experience it. And Kathy, I'm going to let you tell us more about our itinerary. And it's 2025, so we have to wait a little bit, but these are very popular trips. So, we're excited to be able to go on this.
And thank you, Lori. And you're 100% right. Christmas markets are just so popular this year, as are the tulip times. The specialty cruises have really just blown it out of the water lately. So I can't encourage anybody that's interested enough into calling the team at Shoreline. Now, rivers take you through the country, or oceans take you through two countries, and rivers take you through them. So with that, you're getting more of a cultural immersion when you're on the rivers, and especially this one that you're on the Danube, which is one of my very favorites. So I have some pictures of some just excerpts from different Christmas markets to start wetting people's whistle before we get started. And one of the pictures is Gary Murphy, one of our owners. He absolutely loves these and finds himself on them all the time. Now, Ama is a family-owned company, and Rudy Schreiner is our president and co-founder. He ironically started Viking, Uniworld, and he tweaked Avalon, so he's considered the father of modern-day river cruising. His beautiful wife, Christine, started in travel in Dresden, Germany, and when the wall fell, she went to California and worked at Viking, and that's where the Rudy and Christine love story started. Gary's dad started a company called Brendan Vacations when he moved here from Ireland, and he sold that in 2002 to start the company with Christine and Rudy. So we've been in business since 2002, so it's 21 years of a family-owned, debt-free company. Now, some of the things that make AmaWaterways so special is the seamless travel experience. If you do our pre or post cruise, our cruise managers with you from beginning to end, including the pre and post. We have unparalleled service, award-winning dining. We double your leisure time. We're really into sustainability and minimizing our carbon footprint. And you're going to see a number of castles, and you're going to experience so many diverse things between culinary and tours and things like that. And you're going to enhance your best self. So something that we do is whenever we build a ship, we pay cash for it. So with that, we built a few ships during COVID. We built the Lucia and the Sienna, and we built a ship called the Amadalia for Egypt. But these things got very popular, so we have a second ship under construction for Egypt. We have a third ship under construction for Portugal, and we have 2 under construction for South America. So all of these ships have been paid for, and the new ones under construction are as well. Rudy likes to sleep at night, so he doesn't want to build anything we can't pay for. So when you come to Andrea and the team to make a deposit, it's only a $400 person deposit for the cruise portion. Payment in full is due 90 days prior to departure. And of course, with sustainability, we like to minimize our carbon footprint. All of our ships in Europe have won awards for being green. Now, Rudy believes passion, purpose, and innovation are tantamount to our business. So with him being an architect and an engineer, it's quality over quantity, and he designs our ships like that. So everyone's heard about that year drought last year where a lot of our competition tied their ships to docks and did bus tours. With Ama, we made all of our sailings because Rudy has something called a shallow draft on all of our ships. And with that, we can sail in shallow water. So last year, we were the only river cruise company who made all of our sailings. There's a lot of bells and whistles on the ships, as well as all different levels of sun and shade, a running track, a heated pool with a swim-up pool bar. And then the deck drops down safely about 4 feet, and you sit out in country club casual seating and you watch the scenery go by. But I'm going to explain a whole lot of the bells and whistles as we go through the presentation. So we're going to go over the onboard experience. Well, I hope that view of the onboard experience put you in the mood to cruise. So we're going to dock in the heart of the downtown. You're going to sail at night, pull into this dock about 6 in the morning. You'll go to breakfast from 7 to 9. Then you're going to go on your morning tour. Then you'll come back to the ship for lunch. And then the ship might even move during lunch. And then you're going to have your afternoon tour. And the reason we do this is so it's easy on, easy off, so that you can essentially double your time while you're in port. So we just ask that you're back for happy hour after your afternoon tour and going back into the city to hit the sites, the restaurants, the bars. With Christmas markets, it's probably even more Christmas shopping. But what we do is plan everything so it's a seamless experience. So our captain welcomes all of you on board, and all the ladies get a red rose on the first night, and all the ladies get a silk scarf. So every year we change the color of the scarf. So this year it's red. I don't know what it's going to be in 2025, but if somebody wants to make a last minute booking with Andrea and the team, yeah, I know you'll get a red scarf for this year. Now, what makes AmaWaterways so special? Well, I already mentioned the family-owned business and the signature fleet. And I'm going to show you our twin balcony cabins shortly because they're state-of-the-art. When you river cruise, there's no packing and unpacking. You just unpack once. The scenery's constantly changing. You don't get seasick. Our award-winning cuisine is to die for. Our crew is fantastic. They're really engaging. And I have some pictures of Christmas markets, which will really be amazing to you at how involved our crew gets, especially at Christmas markets. We have the highest level of hygiene and cleanliness. We have a professional wellness host, an enriching onboard experience, complimentary 5G Wi-Fi, your AmaCruiser app. Something, though, that's really important is the stability of our company. Now, we have unparalleled service, and you're going to have a genuinely warm welcome, professionally trained staff with personalized service. We're going to exceed every one of your expectations, and you're going to have a really wonderful experience. Our staff is really gregarious and fun. With your cruise, you're going to get champagne for breakfast, beer and wine at lunch and dinner. The hour before dinner is going to be an open bar happy hour where menus will be out through the dining room and you'll be able to choose your drinks. You're going to have a tour in the morning and a tour in the afternoon. One of the tours has a group called La Strada. This lady with the violin is a member of La Strada. They go from ship to ship and they play, and everybody just loves them. You might have different ensembles and folklore dancers and just everything different every night, but it's all extremely entertaining. So the extraordinary cruise experience and the cruise managers are a big part of that. So they're very friendly and knowledgeable. They're going to be with you on the pre-cruise, the cruise, and the post-cruise. They're the best in the industry. They're going to provide you with all kinds of great service, both on board and during all of the time that you're with AmaWaterways. Now, we have a wellness host who starts every day at 7 a.m. with champagne yoga. The classes go in half-an-hour intervals throughout the day. There's up to 8 per day. You'll know where the cruise, the exercise is. It's usually nice weather on the top deck, a little bit inclement in the lounge. We're going to provide the yoga mats, but your cruiser app's going to tell you where it is, what it is, and what time of day. So it's going to keep you really informed. Plus, our wellness host is going to do some presentations on healthy eating. Now, we are going to have a bunch of included excursions in the morning and the afternoon, and we're going to have some extra ones for Christmas markets, which I have some great pictures of. The tour in the morning and the tour in the afternoon is going to come in fast walkers, medium walkers, gentle walkers, late risers. Then there'll be hiking and biking tours. And with the weather at Christmas time, we don't know what it will be. If it's weather permitting, we will have the hiking and biking tours. Now, with those different levels, we have a max of 10 to 15 people. And again, very engaging because it's a small group. You get to learn a lot from your guides. Now, after the bike tours, we line them up outside. And if you want to use the bikes afterwards, we let you use them. We give you your helmets. Now, something that separates Alma from everyone else is our quality of our dining. It's called Chandon Rôtisserie. It's the French equivalent of a Michelin chef. All the food is brought on fresh every single day, so it's all farm to table. Now, everybody is guaranteed at least one seating here in the chef's table. If you can get a reservation here at another time of day, great. We're not going to have any extra charge for you, but there is no charge for this. And again, this is just a cultural experience. The chef's table is just remarkable. The chef's going to do the whole prep behind the glass, so it's very pristine. Now, here's an example of some of what the health conscious Epicurean experiences are. You can see the chef behind the glass making the prep, and we were just on, and we had such different cuisine. It was just spectacular. And just keep in mind, there is no charge for this. So the main dining room is going to have menu service for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So again, it's all menu service. You can change where you want to sit. Usually people sit in an area where they like their favorite waiter. On the earlier presentation, we talked about maybe getting seats together in the dining room so everybody can chat about their day. And again, just grab your seats when you get in. You're not going to be forced to stay in the same seat the whole time. Because some people do ask me, can we change seats? Absolutely, yes. Now, again, another shot of the chef's table and how pretty it is. Now, this is a little wine nook, and outside the main dining room are two little wine nooks. They hold up to 12 people. They're first come, first serve. There's no charge whatsoever. And they're great for parties and birthdays and anniversaries, or if your friends are loud like mine. Now, this is the lounge area, and this is where the action happens. This is the center of the ship. Now, all the seating's done in country club casual seating, so it's very conducive to making new friends. The most popular thing here in the lounge is a barista machine that everyone likes to make their fresh ground coffee in whatever flavors. But something that's important about our lounge is there's always food in the lounge. A lot of our competitors only have one restaurant. We have two. Plus, we have food in the lounge. Some of our newer ships have a third restaurant. The Ama Magna has 4 restaurants. So with this one, we'll have food in the lounge. In the morning, it'll be like a continental breakfast. And then at lunchtime, it'll be grab and go bags, soup, sandwich, salads, just smaller, easier to get portions. Some people like a great big dinner in the dining room. Some people want to eat quickly so they can go into town. There'll also be English high tea, and there will be a different drink or a different buffet at night, but it's just a small one. Now, we do have a beauty salon and a spa here on the ship. You make your reservations when you come on board. There is a minimal charge for the beauty salon and the spa. Every one of Ama's ships has a gym on it. I personally like to keep on working out because I like to eat all this great food, and I don't want to gain a whole lot of weight from it. So I work out every day.
Kathy, can I ask you real quick, do they decorate the ships at all? Just curious.
Wait a minute. You're going to see
Okay.
in a minute. You're jumping ahead, dear, but the main ship is like real marble, granite, glass elevator. You're going to see some really great Christmas. And sometimes if people are on the initial sailing, that it becomes a Christmas market cruise, we let them help us decorate.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, wait till you see. We even have some surprises for you. Now, our long ships and everybody else's long ships are the same size. They're all 443 feet long and 37 feet wide. We just put a lot less people in a lot bigger cabins. And we have what's called our twin balcony cabin. So it's a real balcony and a French balcony in the sunroom. So these are the largest cabins in the industry as a medium cabin. Now, these are 210 to 235, very well appointed. Why is it important that I'm telling you it as a real balcony? Because we do have competitors that have a window that goes down, and they call it a balcony. It's a window that goes down, and when you close the door, the temperature doesn't change in the cabin. Now here's a view of all of the various cabins that we have. We have the suites, the twin balcony. The French balcony is a sliding glass door. It's not a step out balcony. Now the lower level cabins are the D&E category. These are 170 square feet with 2 big picture windows. My husband and I are usually in this cabin. He's a big guy. There is plenty of room to navigate. Every cabin has a flat screen TV with 5G capability. So they're going to get first run movies, regular TV, music, the internet, keyboard to go online, all of this with 5G internet at no extra cost. So let's get to the markets.
Markets, yay.
Yay. Oh boy. This is going Budapest to Nuremberg on the beautiful Danube River. So you asked for it. I wanted to surprise them with the
Oh my
before and
gosh.
after picture.
That's
So,
great.
little story behind it, besides letting the crew, we or us giving people ornaments to put on and everything, each ship has a different color scheme. So you might have red or gold or whatever, but each ship is different. Each cabin gets its own wreath with a battery pack. So when, say your wreath isn't lit when you go to dinner, when you come back, your wreath will be lit up and it'll have a timer on it to turn it off.
I love it.
Love it. That's great.
We pull out all the stops on these ships. Now you mentioned Glühwein. Well, here we are with our Glühwein. This is Christine, her mother, her daughter, and her brother. So this is Christine's family all celebrating with their different cups. Because again, what I tell people is, so say you buy your Glühwein and it's great. It's a mulled hot wine and you're walking around drinking your Glühwein. If you return your mug, they give you €2. If you don't, you got a really cute mug for €2. So you think about not returning that mug.
Yeah, I've got a collection that I have about 18 of these cute little mugs from all over. And every last 2 years, I've done a cookie exchange here in my community. And we bring 2 dozen cookies and then I serve them the Glühwein. They get to pick their mug and have a special treat, in the mug, in the Christmas market.
Oh,
It's so
I hope
fun.
nobody
I
swipes
love
those really neat mugs.
Yeah, they are.
Oh, goodness. But the ship is decorated inside and outside. They're fabulous. So one of the surprises is we have caroling on the ship. So the crew will carol. Everybody can join in. And again, we just involve everybody in our Christmas festivities. This particular ship was decorated in red and gold. And again, this one is all different colors worth of gold. And this is one of our guests helping decorate. So you are going to see Christmas, Christmas, Christmas when you're on our ships. We have little carolers that were brought on board. Anywhere that we can decorate is decorated. Trust me. We went, I was on one where halfway through the cruise, it became a Christmas market and we happened to be in Cologne, Germany. And we came back and we were just absolutely amazed at what we saw in the little bit of time that we were gone and back, and the whole ship was ready to go. Now, some of the food that's going to be on board is Stollen, Christine's mother's special recipe. It's a nut roll sprinkled with powdered sugar, and there's raisins and everything in it. Now, we do have a Christmas goose, and we have all kinds of Christmas recipes. Plus, they're going to have choices like from our regular menu. So it's not only going to be Christmas, they're still going to get the meat, the fish, the poultry, and the vegetarian options, but we are going to throw in a whole lot of special Christmas dishes for them. Now, again, you can see the deck of the ship with all the lights on it and everything. So wherever you are, it's going to be decorated a 360-degree view from our sun deck. And then you're going to hit the markets. And I love to go from stand to stand in the markets, get my grandchildren ornaments from wherever we are. My husband's a foodie, so he eats from stand to stand. But a lot of the markets don't only have one market, they have a lot of markets. So it depends on the town, but you're not going to see just one market. Some of the places we counted over 11 markets. So you're going to go from cluster to cluster to cluster of markets. Some of them are going to have rides. Some of them have carousels. I saw one with an ice luge. So you're going to get a pretty vast array. This is one of the glühwein stands, so you can see the glühwein cups and how they make it in the stands. And again, just so cool. And some ladies picking out some stuff on one of the markets. Now, we're going to start the cruise in beautiful Budapest, one of my favorite cities in the world. The joke where I live is I go to Budapest more than the Jersey Shore because the company keeps sending me there. But every time we go, we find something new and exciting. So this is the Parliament building, which is on the Pest side. So there's a Buda and a Pest side. They are very territorial about their sides. So on the Buda side is going to be the Buda Castle. Underneath the Buda Castle are all these labyrinths. We found some baths that we went to the last time. We found ancient Roman ruins. There is an art sculpture outside of the Parliament building, and it's a tribute to those who were lost in the war. They call it Shoes Along the Danube. There's shopping on the Pest side. There's so much on either side that you're just going to be absolutely amazed at all the things you find. And it's a very eclectic city. Like there's a 10th century fort inside the Hilton. There's a communist gulag. There's just so much to see. We have included tours, and you might even want to mosey off on your own to see some of the extra things because Budapest never disappoints anyone. It's just such a great city. One of the other cities is Bratislava. And again, a unique city. This one is just coming out of communism. And we've been watching it for the last 9 years that I worked for AMA evolve from communism more into capitalism. One of the tours that I love to do, it's one of my favorite tours, is the Taste of Bratislava tour, where you do all of the city sites, but then you end up at a local establishment and they have 4 different kinds of beers to taste and a big charcuterie board with all different kinds of meats and cheeses and everything. We have a regular tour that takes you to all the great sites, but I like the end finish. There's one that you can see different things on a bus tour. So depending on when you're there, you're going to just make your choices, what is best for you. The ship docks right in Bratislava. So when the ship docks, you're going to get off the ship, cross a red light, and you're going to be in downtown Bratislava. So again, a great spot. Then Vienna. There's one of the most great cities in the world is Vienna. This is one of the Christmas markets in Vienna. There are a lot of them. There's a big one over by St. Stephen's Church. We're going to have our regular tours in Vienna, plus the shopping. And we're going to bring you in and out of Vienna a couple times during the day. We're going to tell you what times the buses come and go. Because a lot of people like to do the concert in Vienna. That's the only tour that we offer that's not included. So the concert this year was $100. If you want to go to the concert, the cruise manager is going to offer it and you can pay extra for the concert. If you don't go, you can go back and forth on the shuttles in between the tours and everything to go to the markets. I have a favorite spot that I like right down the street from St. Stephen's Church called the Sky Bar, that you look down and you see the whole city of Vienna because it's the highest spot in Vienna. So with the Christmas markets, the whole city underneath is going to be lit up. Again, really quick walk from the bus stop that's going to pick you up. Vienna, you're going to see places like Schönbrunn Palace. You're going to see the Winter Palace, the Summer Palace. It is chock full of some of the neatest places. There's Main Street in Vienna has every one of the major shopping stores that like the high-end shopping, a Swarovski crystal building that's just beautiful. Then another stop will be the Melk Abbey. And again, the Melk Abbey, it even has a Gutenberg Bible. It has books from centuries old. It has a beautiful church with maroon and black and white marble. Again, one of the tours that won't disappoint you. It's just one of those must-see places. And then another must-see that we were talking about a little bit before is Salzburg, Austria, which is one of the wow factors on this trip. So the day you go to Salzburg, you have a really tough decision. Salzburg or Český Krumlov. And either one is a good decision. Salzburg, you're going to visit a lot of the different sites from The Sound of Music. You're going to stop in Muncie, and that church in Muncie is the place where they filmed the wedding in The Sound of Music. We were there a few years ago in the end of November. It was just exquisite. The church was all decorated, and the lake wasn't frozen yet. It was so pristine that you could see the fish in the bottom of the lake. But again, Salzburg, any decision this day is fantastic because these places are just unbelievable. Here's another spot of Salzburg all decorated for the Christmas markets. What they do in the windows behind is it's an advent calendar. So depending on the days, as you go through, you know how the children have those little advent calendars with the chocolates in it? Well, you open these windows with little surprises in the windows, just like it would have in the advent calendar. So one of the other stops that you guys are going to have on this itinerary is Nuremberg. Nuremberg's Christmas markets are unbelievable as well. And the city of Nuremberg is got many facets of history involved in it. And the Christmas markets are the real wow factor. Another one is it was where they did the Nuremberg trials from World War II. So one of the things that we offer besides the city tour is a reenactment of the Nuremberg trials. So again, they're going to choose regular tours, plus they're going to have some Christmas markets that are thrown in with it. And the markets aren't only in the middle. All the buildings around the edges and the perimeter have all kinds of goodies. There's a lot of really great restaurants here in the square as well. And then at the end, you can do an optional tour. You can do Prague. So the city of Prague is just exquisite as well. Prague has a castle, and the castle dates back centuries, and restaurants that date back to like 1300s. There's a bridge with all these different saints on it in the heart of the downtown. There's a clock that's an anatomical clock that's preserved from centuries old. So any of these spots are just spectacular. And what a great place to buy Christmas presents. Prague is famous for its crystal. And even in their equivalent of a 7-Eleven, the ceiling's filled with crystal chandeliers. So if you want to buy somebody some crystal, this is the place to get it. Now, again, Prague, the buildings are very ornate. There's statues over the windows and things. There's frescoes all over the buildings. It's just beautiful. So here's a little link to our different presentations and things. And we're going to open this up to some questions.
Well, thank you, Kathy. This has been on my bucket list for a long time. So Laurie, I may have to join you on this one.
It is the most unique shopping too. I mean, it'll be just a true pleasure if you come with us and get to experience this, because the shopping is like shopping you cannot do here.
Yeah, I know.
It's
Is it really as pretty as the pictures?
yeah,
Yeah,
more
It's
so.
prettier.
Yeah.
Okay.
And there's a crispness in the air. So, you know, you definitely dress warm, hat, scarf, coat, sweater. But it's fun. You enjoy doing it. You know, you enjoy going out because it's just festive. It's just a lot of fun. Everybody's happy, eating, drinking their blue wine, shopping. Yeah.
And going from stand to stand, and like you guys are each in 2 different markets. So you go to one where all the stands are in one market, you might walk a block further and you'll have a whole different market. And like you keep walking and you just keep running into different markets. And there's all these different stands in each one. So it's just goes on and on. And like Laurie said, like I got a great knit Christmas hat like that I wear in the winter because it's freezing. So like you get all these neat things in these great spots.
I feel like I would truly have to bring an extra suitcase just to bring the stuff home. I'm not kidding, because I love markets and things like that. So I would probably need an extra suitcase.
You definitely need an extra suitcase for your mugs. And you definitely want to bring your mugs home. You don't want to give them back because they're just so cute. I mean,
I know. Well,
such
and I love the tradition that you've created with the cookie exchange. Like it's sort of reliving those memories. So you know, you're
exactly
continuing on with it.
right.
Well, thank you, Kathy, for
Oh,
such a
no,
great
thank you.
presentation. So
Yeah,
we'll,
this is great, Kathy. It makes me, I wish we could go right now. It's just, but I know we have to wait a little bit, but it will be so worth it.
I know, I know. We
Now,
had looked into 2024 and it is so popular that there just wasn't a lot of space for us to attempt to get something together. There is some availability for those of you that are considering 2024 that don't want to wait for the group. You can reach out to Laurie or myself and we can see what's left. But we wanted to make sure that we were doing a cruise where we had enough space for everyone who wanted to come. So that's why we decided to go with 2025. But certainly if you're interested in 2024, you can send Laurie an email or myself, and we'll certainly check availability and let you know if it's feasible.
I just pulled these little guys out. I realized these were two things I got from the Christmas markets in Germany.
Yes.
I didn't come from Nuremberg, but little like little nutcracker guys for the tree.
I love that. Like the authentic, the
Yeah.
real deal nutcrackers. Yeah.
This is so cute.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you
Oh.
know what we sell on the ship for children is nutcrackers with the paint so that they can paint their own nutcrackers. And I was just on and I grabbed some Christmas ornaments already for my grandchildren that are sort of like the nutcrackers, but they're little wooden ornaments that come with the paint so they can create them. So we have a lot of things on board that people can buy, but we did buy the nutcrackers last year. And something that people may not realize, this group is going during St. Nicholas Day. And and they call him St. Nicholas in Germany. So St. Nicholas will come and fill we put their shoes outside the door and we put candy in them. So St. Nicholas visits and you'll have the Santa and the people will be able to sit on Santa's lap, and we have the angels and everything. So because of the date you picked, you're going to get a little bit of extra.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And that's the other thing I really love about this trip is just the holiday traditions that you hear about from, in the different countries that you visit. It's just fun to see how people were celebrating.
It is.
Wow, amazing. Well, now I'm all excited. Okay, so Ellen, can you run through, I think we have a few questions, not too many, but let's just get through those real quick.
Yep, and I put in the chat the link, which we're showing here, which is the link to all of the information on the cruise pricing and everything. And at the bottom is form to fill out. Here's pricing.
That's right. Yes. So
Form
you
to fill out to register.
Okay. So yeah, that I should have mentioned this. So we have this link where it has all of the information and the pricing. And the one thing, Ellen, real quick, scroll back down with if you deposit, oh, we don't have the deadline. I think it's December. Oh yeah, December 31st.
Sure.
So you're going to get $1,000 per person discount on these different stateroom categories. And we've already had one person who has deposited, so they were able to take advantage of the $1,000 per person discount. On top of it, there is a $50 per person onboard credit. Again, that's only through December 31st. So depending on what category you pick, you're either going to get $1,000 per person discount, or you're going to get the $250 per person discount. So again, this special is running through December 31st. I do want to mention I've held space, meaning I held 15 staterooms worth of space, but it's not specific staterooms. So it is not, I'm not holding 10 AAs and 10 BBs. It's basically just saying that we're expecting to have this number of people join. So none of these staterooms are right now. And I had requested a updated inventory list. I don't think they've responded yet, but some of the stateroom categories have already started selling, not for our group, but for someone else's, someone else's booked. So we really feel like by the end of this year, inventory is already going to be sort of limited. So we really do recommend that you consider depositing so that you can get the stateroom category you want and take advantage of these discounts.
Sounds good. We'll go into the questions. The first question we have is the size of ship and the dress code.
The size of the ship is 443 feet long and 37 feet wide. The dress club code is country club casual. So of course it will be winter. So jeans, long pants, sweaters. Men do not wear sport coats and ties. It's very casual. The ladies do not wear gowns or anything. You might want to wear a little bit dressier outfit the night of the captain's farewell, but you really don't have to get all decked out. You're on vacation and we're a California company, so we don't require people to be real fancy. If you're on with Gary or Rudy, the owners, they're going to probably have jeans and a sweater on. So yeah, leave your sport coats and your ties behind.
Great.
Great. The next question is, can you provide info on the pre and post cruise options? We do have those
Yes.
listed on the site.
Okay, so yes, you can do 2 pre-nights in Budapest for 610 per person. Post cruise, there is a 3-night post cruise land package in Prague for 975 per person. So certainly, if you're going all the way there, if you can take advantage and stay a little longer and do the pre and post, that would be fantastic. So we can bundle that on. As far as air, it's obviously too far out to even look at air at this point. So that would be something towards the end of 2024. We would then look at air, but feel free to add on the pre and post. If you'd like to, if you want to do that, we can add that on when you deposit. And again, I think Kathy had mentioned the beginning, deposit is $400 per person. If you want insurance, which we obviously recommend, you do have to pay for insurance as soon as you deposit. That's going to be 13% of your cruise fare. And then there's an additional $80 per person travel waiver, which allows you the extra feature of basically canceling for any reason. If you cancel for a covered reason, and the insurance is through Travel Guard. So if you cancel for a covered reason, or if you have to cancel, you're going to file a claim, and Travel Guard will determine if it's considered covered or not covered. If it is not covered, you still, if you have the travel waiver added, you will still get a future cruise credit good for 2 years. So, for $80 a person, we absolutely think that's worth adding that on with the insurance.
And I just wanted to say too about Budapest and Prague. We have not been to Budapest. I'm really looking forward to going there. Prague we've been to, and it is beautiful. So if, it's a beautiful city to tour around. They have Christmas markets as well. But I think the thing that I just loved about that city is just, lots of businesses that are, that you see that are, thriving, and just, it's a fun city to explore. Also, I noticed we do go to Regensburg, and Kathy, is that where the sausage house is?
Yes, it's the oldest hot dog stand in Germany. And it's next to a place called the Spittle Beer place. So it's called Spittle Beer because it was made in the hospital, and the hospital doesn't exist any longer. But one of my husband's favorite spots. But also it's where you get these great hats. And that was the only city in Germany that's a medieval city that wasn't bombed in World War II.
I remember it being it was beautiful to walk around, but the sausage house where you can go and have lunch is amazing. Absolutely. You have to go there when you're there. So it sits right on I think it's right on the river, and there's a bridge
Yes.
that goes across right where the
It's right
sausage.
by the river, and yeah, the bridge has an interesting background story. The whole thing is beautiful, and just a different city, because the city was never destroyed in World War II. And the story about the bridge that they give you on the cruise is they could see our soldiers on the other side of the bridge, and the town wanted to surrender. And of course, they really didn't want to be part of it as well, but the Gestapo was there and they wouldn't let them surrender. So they killed the people that were going toward the surrender, and they blew up the one side of the bridge, and the next day they surrendered. So it's a sad story, but neat. It's all part of history, but they tell you that on your tours. But the hot dog stand was never touched. It remains intact. I don't even know how old it is, but they say it's the oldest hot dog stand in Europe.
Yeah, well, it's definitely a place you want to go for lunch, or whenever you're there. You definitely have to stop in and try
I
this.
camps there. But it's a really unique little spot. And just a pretty little city to walk around too.
The next question is, how late does the ship stay in port? Will we be able to go to the markets at night or have dinner in port?
Each port's different. So we can't give you a set answer. The time that the ship departs is contingent on when our lock times are. So the ship will give you your departure time, and you just have to be on before the ship departs. Otherwise, you have to meet us at the next port. These ports are easy to get back and forth with, but they will tell you what time the ship is leaving.
And then the last question we have is the max passenger capacity.
That is 162 people.
And that's all we have for questions.
I just want to real quick before we end this. So I just heard back from the groups department at AMA. And for example, the AB category, we are down to, there's only 3 staterooms left on that. And the BA is down to 8. So this is, people are booking this. And so that's why, you know, again, we've recorded this webinar, we're going to send it out, but we really urge you, if there is a specific stateroom that you're looking for or interested in, you have to get a hold of us so we can secure it now for you, because I really feel like even by December 31st, I'm not sure where things will be. So not to stress you out, but I did want to give you those updates. Those 2 particular stateroom categories seem to be going the quickest right now. So just keep that in mind. And anything else to add, Laurie or Kathy?
Oh, I just, and I hate doing a hard sell on somebody, but I can't stress enough how these sell out because of the popularity of Christmas markets.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would agree. You know, I really wanted to try to do this in 2024, but you know, we checked the space and it's pretty much gone.
Yeah.
Except a little bit here and there individually, but no group space. So we really, yeah, if you want to go with us, it is a wonderful trip. Like I said, we're going again. We like this one so much that we want to go again. And, you know, but get your space now. Don't wait, because it will sell out. It's a limited season for the Christmas markets, and they're very popular.
Well, thank you, ladies. I had fun. I love my background. It may just stay on until Christmas at this point, but thank you again, Kathy, for such a great presentation. And thank you, Laurie, for hosting this one and taking the group here. I know it's going to be amazing, and I may join you. And as always, Ellen, thank you for getting us all set up and helping to facilitate the the webinars, and we will get the recordings out. So if you have friends and family interested, once we email the recording out, please feel free to forward it along, and hopefully we will see you on this cruise. So thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.